Alright class, good morning. Today our job is to design the WhatsApp logo. We are going to design the WhatsApp logo. Alright, so with CorelDraw, this is what we want to achieve. So let's get started. Let's open to CorelDraw. Let me look for CorelDraw my desktop. I have it right here. CorelDraw 2017. It is starting. Alright, so you just click on File, New, and you have your drawing page here. To design the WhatsApp logo, I will pick some shapes here. I will pick this tool here called the ellipse tool, and I will draw a perfect circle. Remember, to get a perfect circle you need to hold Control. When you hold Control, you get a perfect circle, so make sure you get a perfect circle. So I'm holding Control. Watch what happens when I release Control. When I release Control, this is how the circle looks like, and when I press Control, it locks it into a perfect circle. So I'll release my mouse now and release my Control as well. Now in CorelDraw, anytime you finish using a tool, you need to go back and select the pick tool. So I'll go back to my toolbox, and as you can see, I'm using a different tool. I'm still on the ellipse tool. I want to come and select the pick tool, because the pick tool is what we use to move around. Alright, so now I have my perfect circle, and I want to press letter P on my keyboard, and pressing P will position this shape in the exact middle of my drawing page. Now I want to draw the little tip WhatsApp has over here, and so to do that I'll look for one of the shapes here. Let's see which one we can use. Let's try the basic shapes and come up here. I selected basic shapes. Now in CorelDraw, let me explain this to you. When you come to the toolbox and you see this black arrow at the bottom of any tool, what it means is that there are several tools. There are several tools embedded within that tool. So click and hold with your key, with your mouse. Click and hold with your mouse, and it will pop out the other tools. So over here I'm selecting basic shapes. When I select basic shapes, I'll come up here and see the shapes here. I click on it and I can choose any shape I want. So for what I want to design for WhatsApp, I think this shape will help me. I'll click on that and come here and just draw this shape over here. So I have this shape. Remember, after using any tool, go back and select the pick tool. Alright, so this tool, let me see what I can do with it. Let me see. Let me click on it and turn. Okay, let me drop it on it here and see. Click on it and rotate again. Okay, I think it's coming together. Remember, we have the shape tool that you can use to shape any object to any shape you want. So if this doesn't come out well, we can still use the shape tool to work on it. Alright, so I want to get something like this. This is my next step, and the next thing I want to do is to combine these two shapes, the circle and the small shape I have here. So I will highlight all the two. Remember, in CorelDraw, if you want to select any shape, make sure you select the entire shape. If you leave any part of it out, it will not pick it. If you leave any part of it out, it will not select it. So make sure you select over the entire shape and you get it. When I try moving, you can see that I have all the 2 shapes selected. Now let's move up here to the property bar and find some of the transformation tools here. This one is called weld. Let's click on it and see if it will do our job for us. I click on weld and see weld has done exactly what we want. So this is what we want to do. We have combined 2 shapes with weld, and this is what we got. Excellent. Now we need to duplicate this particular shape, and to do the duplication, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try enlarging this. So I'm enlarging with my shift key. I'm enlarging and I'm pressing the shift key. When I release the shift key, this is what I'll get. But with the shift key, I get a perfect enlargement like this, and this is what I want. So I'll enlarge it to this size, and when I get to the size I want, before releasing my left mouse button, I will right click first on the mouse. Remember, before releasing the mouse, I will right click on the mouse, the right click button on the mouse. Again, before I release the left click button, I will press the right click button on my mouse. So let me do that now. Right click and release all, and voila, we have 2 shapes over here. Now this portion doesn't look really good, and so I need to work on the small circle. Remember, we have created 2 shapes now. I need to work on this and probably look at this as well. So to do that, I will click on the small one and go to my shape tool. We have a tool here called the shape tool. I click on the shape tool, and let's see, I can already shape it. So with the shape tool, you can just change the direction and transform any shape to how you actually want it to be. So this is how this is looking, and I just did that to make sure the pointed end over there looks real or realistic. So let's see what I can do. Let me go back for the pick tool and color it and see. So I want to color this. I'll click on it and go to my color palette here and select green. So I have green, and this is how our work is looking. Let me click on this over here, and even though we cannot see the color I'm about to choose, I'm going to choose it anyway. I'm going to select white, and I want to make sure it is filled with a color. That's why I selected the white. Now the big shape is now covering the small shape, and it's because CorelDraw works with layers. So the small shape has gone to the layer behind it. So to fix this, I will right click here, select order, and select back. Let me use the back of layer. So if you see this back of layer, or you can use the shortcut shift page down and see what happened. So now the small shape is on top and is beginning to look okay. Now what I want to do is to click on the smaller shape and show you something. When I zoom in, you can see that there is a black border around, black outline color around this shape. This is not okay. I want to remove it. I need to remove it. So to do that, I will come back to my color palette at the far right and move up. There's one color that is having this black cross, and it actually means no color. To remove your outline, right click. Remember, use a right click button, right click on it, and let's go and check again. Our black is gone. Our black outline is gone. And to confirm that, let's come to the status bar. When you check here, you are supposed to see none. So this is outline. Outline has none. Fill has green. Exactly, we know we have green for the fill, but outline is none. Let's check the bigger shape. Let me click on it, and when I come here, I can see that the fill is white and the outline is black, and that is true. Now I want to remove the outline as well. Let me go back here, and remember, right click. Let me check down here. It's now telling me none. White is still in the fill, and it is looking invisible now because it has a white color and there is no outline to show it. So what I would do is to create a shadow. So I come to the tool box and click on drop shadow tool. Just click on this drop shadow tool, move up here and choose the type of shadow you want. So I think I will go with let me see, I think I should use a glow. Let me try the small glow and see. Small glow. So let me check how the small glow looks like, and you can see that the small glow is making it look this way, and now we can see the shape wall. If we hadn't colored it with white, we wouldn't have gotten this effect by now. So it was a good idea to color it with white, so just pay attention to that. Now the glow, you can adjust the glow properties from here, and just work on it. If it is not looking okay, you work on it. So I think I'll reduce this a little to, I think 9. Let's see, I think 9 is fine. Alright, so this is what I have right now, and I want to draw the telephone within this logo. To draw the telephone, I will press Ctrl and the F11 key on my keyboard. Ctrl plus F11, Ctrl plus F11, and that will bring out the insert character. So when you press Ctrl F11, you see insert character panel, and this insert character helps you to insert characters within your design. Now we need to choose a font that will give us the characters we want, and there is a special font called Wingdings. Alright, so I'm typing Wingdings, that's it. I found it, hit enter. Remember, this is how Wingdings look like. Wingdings. So this will help us to see our characters this way. Now when you check here, all these are unique characters or clip arts we can use in our design, and what we are looking for is right here. There's a telephone here in a circle. Let's drag the telephone, drag and drop in your work, and you can close this panel, and you can enlarge your telephone and work with it. Now what we want to do is to remove the black outline, and this is not a shape outline, so we will come here to the toolbox and find an eraser. Let's click here and see if we have an eraser. We have an eraser over here. Remember, when you see the black arrow, click and hold and let the rest be revealed. Select your eraser, and our eraser is here. This is the shape of the eraser, and this is the size of the eraser. I think I want the eraser to be much bigger, so I will increase the size here. I'm increasing the size to, like, let's try 6. Let me try 6 millimeters. So 6 millimeters is fine. Let me come here, focus on this, and I want to erase the circle around it. You can do it in one stroke, but in order to avoid mistakes, you can do it little by little as well. So I'm left with just a little. Let's see, here we go. Good. So I've done a perfect job. Let me zoom out and select my pick tool. Remember, anytime you finish using any tool, come back and select your pick tool. Alright, so this pick tool is what I'll use to move this telephone onto my logo, and I need to rotate it. To rotate any shape in CorelDraw, you click on it first like I have done, and when you click on it you see these black handles. Click on it again and you see the rotator and handles, and we can rotate it. So I think the WhatsApp logo has the telephone turned this way, so I will position it well. Make sure it's in the right size, and let me zoom out and choose a color for it. Select color white, and that is it. Let me click here and enlarge it a little. Sorry, I made a mistake. Undo. I'm holding shift and I'm enlarging a little, and let me press shift and F3, sorry, shift and F4, and I'll check it from a distance and see if it looks good. If it's not well positioned, I can click on it and use my arrow key to position it, or let me show you something. Highlight everything like this, Windows, Dockers, and we have align and distribute. So let's click on it and we'll see a panel here that says align and distribute. What we want to do is to use the center alignment horizontally and center alignment vertically. Let me zoom out and let's try them. Let's see, horizontally, vertically, and everything looks well positioned. Let me collapse this align and distribute and check my work well. This is what I have. To see everything well, I'm going to press F4 on my keyboard and press F9 to see it in full screen, and I think we have designed a beautiful WhatsApp logo. Alright, now this logo you can export it to JPEG or PNG for other purposes. So let me teach you how to export it to PNG, JPEG, and then we'll save a copy in CorelDraw format as well. So to export, you can simply go to File and look for Export. This export, and this is the icon of export. Shortcut is Ctrl-E. When you come here, you can also see it over here. We have export here and import here. So let me just go back to File again and select Export. When I select Export, I'll choose where I want to save it. I'm okay with this location. Now, this is where you indicate your file type. I want to export not as JPEG, I want to export as PNG. So I'll search through this for PNG, Portable Network Graphics. I've seen it here. I click on PNG and I'm okay. Let me type, give this a name. So file name, let me call this WhatsApp logo. I think I'm okay, and I'll click export. When I click export, I'll have this export to PNG dialog box, and this is there to help me add several properties. So over here I have PNG 24-bit. I think I'm okay. I don't want to change anything here, so don't worry, I'm fine. Make sure transparency is on because this is the main purpose for PNG. So I leave transparency on and I will click OK over here. So I click on OK over here and our work is exported as PNG. Let's go and look for it. I will click here, Drive D, HI Graphic Designs, and I think I have the file right here, WhatsApp logo. So let me open it, open with this, and beautiful. So if you have it exported this way, you can actually use it for any work at all. You can share on WhatsApp, share the WhatsApp logo on WhatsApp, You can use it for any other purpose, any design you want, and I think it is here nice. Let's say you want to export as JPEG. Usually you have to export as PNG because of the shadow here, so that the PNG will keep the transparency for us to be able to use later. So let's export as JPEG. We'll go to File, go to Export, and I'm okay with the location. Instead of PNG, I'll change this to JPEG. Then I'll click here and I'll type WhatsApp logo. And I will come here and click export. Now we'll get another dialog box here. This is export to JPEG dialog, and this allows you to choose the properties you want. And remember, this is not PNG, so we are not going to see transparency and all that. But when you're exporting to JPEG, you have a very important decision here. We have color mode, CMYK, and RGB. You need to make a choice. Now, if what you are exporting is going to be printed, you select CMYK. If it's not going to be printed, you select RGB. It's as simple as that. So I'll choose RGB because I'm not printing. Then the quality, I click here and I'll choose the highest quality, and I'll click OK, and my work is exported as JPEG. Let me go and look for it, and that's it here. When I open, voila, I have a beautiful work in JPEG. Alright, so I have PNG and I have JPEG, and everything looks great. Alright, so right now let me save my work. I click on File, I click on Save, and I'll save it to the same location, Drive D, AHI, Graphic Design. I'll save it as WhatsApp logo, and remember, as CorelDraw file is going to have the extension .cdr, so they will not conflict. I will click Save, and my work is saved. Let me go and look for it. I have it right here. Alright, so thank you so much for joining me in this short tutorial on how to create a WhatsApp logo. I just press the F4 key and it's showing here. So enjoy having fun with this. Create your own. Add your comments to the comment section and let me know what you've done. If you have any difficulty, let me know and I'll surely answer you. Make sure you like this video, you share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.